Alright, Bod Squad crew, just a simple video here today to show you how to quickly get started using the old app MyFitnessPal. My phone's not even unlocked at the moment, but you know what I'm talking about. This is an area I feel where people can get seriously bogged down at the start because they worry about tracking their calories and making sure they're getting it right. And you know, don't, especially if you're new to this, especially if you haven't used MyFitnessPal before, don't try and do it all at once. Don't try and track a full day altogether because it'll super frustrate you and you won't get the hang of it. But trust me, once you figure this out, you'll fly. And you'll have it forever, and it'll be something that you can come back to as often as you like. So, when you're starting out tracking your calories on MyFitnessPal, this is what you do. Get rid of your phone, okay? I'm about to cook here. If this is your first time tracking calories, this is what you'll do. You'll get your kitchen weigh scales. You'll weigh out whatever it is you're cooking. You'll write down on your notepad, I'm going cooking potatoes today, and I have 720 grams. Okay? I'm cooking a steak. I write that down, and I weigh it out, and I know because this steak had a barcode, it's 170 grams. And I can even weigh that, I can even check it myself. And yeah, it's 170 grams, just a little bit over 170 grams. Now, because this is a barcode, I'm going to keep this, because this is going to be super easy to scan in to MyFitnessPal, so I'll keep that. Now, I'm going to be cooking some frozen vegetables. Now, I'll put them on a little bit later, but I'll put my saucepan on the weigh scales, I'll zero it, I'll put in how many of these that I want, and I'm going to make enough for 2 dinners, because I'm going to divide my 700 grams of spud into halves, because I'm going to have half today and half tomorrow. So I write it all down. Write down all the foods, write down all the weights, and then do you know what I do? I fucking go cook it. And then I fucking eat it. And I don't worry about my phone. Because you know why? When you get started with this stuff, if you start cooking, you're normally going to be quite hungry when you get into your cooking area. So if you're like spending a lot of time on the phone trying to enter in all this into MyFitnessPal, it's going to stall you. You're going to get frustrated and it's going to annoy you, and then you're like, fuck that Irish prick and he's tracking his calories. This is fucking too hard for me to do. So what I'll suggest is, if you are new to this, if you're not comfortable with the app yet, just write down, go old school, pen, paper, weigh scales. List your foods, list the weights, and then later on, between Instagram and TikTok, pull out your MyFitnessPal and start typing in what it is that you've eaten for that day. So some foods will have barcodes. Keep the barcodes handy so you can just scan them in, and once you've scanned them into your MyFitnessPal, into your app, they will be saved, so you won't have to scan them again. If there are certain foods that have no barcodes, like the potatoes, I will type in that I'm cooking 700 grams, or I'm going to eat 300 grams or 350 grams of mashed potato. Now, I'll be adding in milk, I'll be adding in some Kerrygold butter, so whatever quantities of these I put in, I will incorporate that into the recipe or into what I've eaten that day. So everything gets accounted for, but I don't get super obsessed with trying to get it all into the app at the same time. Okay, so the long and short of it is, when you're starting out, if this is confusing, go old school. This is how I began with it. I didn't even have MyFitnessPal. I would basically write the foods down, write the weights down, and then Google how many calories in each food. And then at the end of the day, I'd have a total. If I was under my calories that I should have been hitting, I would have added a little bit more into each food. If I was over, I would look through the list and be like, what was my highest calories? Where can I start reducing? It's that simple. Once you practice this, you will get the hang of it. And in a week or two's time, no problem. All right, I hope that helps. Comment below if you want any more information, and yeah, we'll see you throughout the program. Giddy up.